Good evening and welcome to Left, Right and Centre as we start a brand new week. I'm Nidhi Razdan. Tonight, now that we've heard Rahul at CII and Narendra Modi at the FICCI Ladies Organisation, today, whose vision is better for India's? Rahul or Modi's? That's the big political story today, one that's also seen a fierce online war as well between supporters of the Congress and the BJP. Well, it was Narendra Modi's turn today, all eyes on his address to the ladies of FICCI in Delhi, where he spoke about women's issues, about female feticide, the empowerment of women, repeatedly calling them mothers and sisters. He also wove in a barb aimed at Rahul Gandhi.
His party president recently endorsed his popularity
सर्वाधिक लोकप्रिय नेता यदि कोई है तो वह गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री यशस्वी नरेंद्र भाई हैं।
Narendra Modi is trying to improve acceptability.
शायद ये मेरा पहला प्रवचन ऐसा है। आप क्यों हंस रहे हैं?
Active corporate bodies over the last 1 week have raised the spectre of a Rahul Gandhi versus Narendra Modi presidential form of contest. On Thursday, Rahul Gandhi underlined the crisis India faces.
It's going to come on a horse, sun's going to be in the background, there's a billion people waiting, he's coming in, and everything's going to be nice. No, it's not going to work like that.
In reply, Narendra Modi today belted out self-praise, his rule, his solutions, and a dig at Rahul Gandhi.
हमारे कांग्रेस के मित्रों ने जो गड्ढे किए हैं, वो गड्ढे भरने का काम किया है। अहमदाबाद में हमारे यहाँ एक जसू बहन के पिज्जा बहुत पॉपुलर है। आज क्या होगा? मीडिया के लोग अहमदाबाद जाएंगे, वो ढूंढेंगे ये जसू बहन भी वो कलावती जैसा तो नहीं है।
The platform was offered by a corporate body, and Narendra Modi unleashed the politician in him to create and change his image. For long, he has been criticized for being a corporate darling, for favoring corporates. So, amidst an audience packed with women entrepreneurs, Narendra Modi presented the socialist in him, how he has worked for the Aam Aadmi, how he has promoted entrepreneurship among women, especially at the grassroots level. Women entrepreneurship, empowerment and equality were the themes he bid for a nationwide women audience with traditional metaphors.
बाजार में सेल लगा है, 20% डिस्काउंट का माहौल है, साड़ियां 20% डिस्काउंट से मिली हैं, भीड़ लगी है और पता चलता है कि जिस मोहल्ले में वो रहती है वहां आग लगी है। सुनते ही वो सब छोड़ के भागती है। कितनी ही बढ़िया साड़ियां क्यों ना छोड़ के भागती है, कहां जाती है, जाकर के देखती है खुद का ही घर जल रहा है, लेकिन वो मां जो भाप के कारण जलते हुए 2 घंटे तक फूंक लगाती रहती हैं, वो एक पल की परवाह किए बिना उस घर के अंदर कूद पड़ती हैं और अपने बच्चे को जिंदा लाने की कोशिश करती है। गुजरात की आदिवासी अनपढ़ बहनों का एक समूह जिसने इस लिज्जत प्राप्त को प्रारंभ किया।
But Modi's attempt to improve acceptability is taking hits from detractors in the enemy and ally camps. The BJP is delaying anointing him to keep the JDU on its side. Today, the JDU mounted pressure.
जहां तक गठबंधन का प्रश्न है, गठबंधन अगर है तो उसमें बहुत सारी बातें आती हैं।
On him, there is no consensus in the BJP or the NDA, but he seems to have decided to set sail his armada for Delhi and hope the consent will come. With Sonal Mehrotra in Delhi, Rahul Srivastava for NDTV.
Alright, so we're asking whose vision is better for India, Rahul's or Modi's? That's our big question. You can also take part in that debate via a second screen app on your iOS or Android devices, where you can vote on the question you'd like to ask our panel tonight. Well, we have a terrific panel this evening because that's what we are going to talk about for the next 60 minutes. First joining us tonight is a BJP member Kiran Kher tonight from Mumbai. We have the BJP's new spokesperson Captain Abhimanyu with us here in the studio. Also joining us is senior lawyer Dushyant Dave here in Delhi. We'll be joined shortly by other panelists as well. Let me ask Kiran Kher first. Kiran, what was your big takeaway from Modi's speech today?
Well, Nidhi, all of you people are talking about his speech at the FICCI Ladies, but nobody's mentioning his fantastic speech at Think India, which was followed shortly after he finished at 1:30 with FICCI Ladies at 4 o'clock in the evening.
Why was the FICCI Ladies one not fantastic too?
No, it was fantastic, but I mean, they were so diverse, both of them. For him to speak extempore on two such completely diverse topics. One, he was addressing women who were mostly, some of them, wives of entrepreneurs, women from upper class India, and he was addressing that and focused completely on women empowerment, on trying to bring into focus the have-nots, the women who have been have-nots in India and who've made fast strides for self-empowerment. And on the other hand, he spoke about government or governance, less government and more governance, which was absolutely brilliant. Both were extempore. So the takeaway when I heard those speeches was that, my God, somebody tweeted this, I saw it on one of the channels, saying that if this man if we do not vote for him in 2014, the country will never forgive us. And I agreed with him completely.
Dushyant Dave, your first impressions today on Mr. Modi's two speeches. Kiran Kher is right. Why only restrict ourselves to one? And particularly when we're comparing him to Rahul Gandhi just a few days earlier.
See, there is no denying the fact that Mr. Modi is a great speaker. But I personally feel, and I think the nation has to understand that Mr. Modi has to be taken with a bag full of salt. Mr. Modi is very good in theories, but he is extremely poor in practice. He talks about governance. All these people who do not live in Gujarat or who do not visit Gujarat as I do, almost 5 days a month, perhaps don't know that governance in Gujarat is equally bad as it is in other parts of the country. Corruption is rampant and lawlessness is pretty high. So Mr. Modi, I don't think can really provide an answer. My own take is that country is today caught, unfortunately, between the devil in the deep sea. I don't see any hope in Mr. Rahul Gandhi either. But that does not detract from the position that Mr. Modi is no answer to our problems, particularly because of the polarizing figure that Mr. Modi is.